Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. This is my fourth long form video I've ever made, so I hope you all enjoy it. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell to always be notified when my videos come out. So I just wanted to go over the Talladega race weekend. We had ARCA, Xfinity, and Cup this weekend. And I'll just say one thing about ARCA. It was boring as hell. Nothing happened. So congrats to Jake Finch getting his first win, but nothing happened, so nothing to talk about there. The Xfinity race yesterday, it was weird that it started at 4 and it ended when it was about to be dark. So if we had a delay of some sort of that in that race, we would have definitely had to either end it early or go to tomorrow, or more like to today. So, real comment on that was it was dominated again by RCR. They both swept the stages. Austin Hill got wrecked with about 2 laps to go. Yeah, 2 laps to go coming to the white flag. And then after that, we had 2 more wrecks with some guys running out of fuel. And then after all that happened, Jesse Love finally got his first career win. And congrats to Jesse. I mean, he's been working hard. Got the ARCA championship last year and finally got a win in the Xfinity Series after being close on both of the other super speedways. So, congrats to Jesse. And then now we move on to the Cup race today. It's only been over for about an hour now. Pretty good race. I mean, I'll say great racing. We didn't have a lot of wrecks. I love Talladega races that I do like the chaos, but I like Talladega races that don't have a lot of wrecks because we get to see a lot of strategy play out and a lot of guys figuring out what their cars are like in the pack, on pit stops, waiting around, aggressively going forward at the end of the stages. Like, I like to see all that play out without a lot of wrecks. We didn't have any wrecks until the final stage, and the first wreck was when Christopher Bell got turned by Justin Haley. They all stacked up, and Haley got a big push from Elliott, and then Haley wrecked into Bell, and they both hit hard. Bell was the only DNF from that wreck, but like 2 more cars were involved in that. And then the other wreck, we didn't even see it coming. The Toyotas decided to pit early because they could have made it with like 36 to go. And then they were going over the tunnel, entering 3, and they all got squirrely, and Eric Jones, Nemechek, Hamlin, every Toyota besides Gibbs, Reddick, and Truex wrecked out in that crash. And I mean, I'll say it was disappointing because I had bet Jones on my garage pick for my fantasy lineup, but obviously it was fun to see all the Toyotas just play the good strategy, but then screw up by pushing too hard, getting too aggressive, and then wreck each other with only like 33 laps to go. So that was kind of funny and yet stupid at the same time. But then the 3 other Toyotas of the already pre-mentioned, Reddick, Truex, and Gibbs, all cycled to the front since they already pit and everyone else had to pit. So then we were coming to, I think, 28 laps to go. Yeah, we were coming to 28 laps to go, and we ran the last 28 laps green. So it was good racing. Basically, it was controlled by the 3 Toyotas on the outside and the 3 Fords on the inside. But the 2 guys who were leading the laps and were up there blocking the lanes and getting aggressive and leading were Reddick and McDowell. McDowell led a lot of those last 28 laps, and I thought it was his. But then coming down the backstretch, the Toyotas got unlocked from each other, and then the Fords on the inside got a big run. Brad gave a great push to McDowell going into 3, And then out of 4, Brad backed up to Gregson, got a big run, tried to make a move to the outside of McDowell. McDowell blocked, and then he blocked again, and Brad barely bumped him, and McDowell wrecked, caused a huge wreck. Corey LaJoie actually flipped. LaJoie flipped, and I think the 4 also got up on top of the wall, but big wreck. I in my head I predicted that there was another flip in this race weekend. I knew it wasn't gonna be ARCA, but I either knew it was gonna be in Xfinity or Cup. I mostly thought it was Xfinity, but Xfinity was actually kind of calm for what we saw last year. And then Cup, I coming to the line. Also, congrats Tyler Reddick on winning. But I saw the 7 get air, and then the rest is history. So glad to see Corey got out. Glad to see everyone involved in every wreck was okay. Heartbreak for McDowell and Keselowski, who were both looking to get wins when they needed them most. I think Keselowski will definitely win this season. We just don't know when and where. This is back-to-back second-place finishes for Keselowski, so it obviously hurts to get that silver, but consistency helps, especially if you want to make the playoffs or make a deep playoff run. So I definitely think that's good for Keselowski to get that second-place finish. But McDowell, I mean, damn, man, he had a great car, and it sucks to see not an underdog, but like a guy who you don't really see run up front, have a shot at winning, lead the most laps of the race, and then he made a stupid block there to block Keselowski. If he didn't block there, Keselowski would have won the race. But either way, it sucks for both parties. But Tyler Reddick got to burn it down for 23-11, got their first win of the season, got his first win of the season, and also got Toyota their first win on a super speedway in the Gen 7 car. I just learned that before he went to victory lane today, so that's also cool. And one final thought about the finish of the race is that Chase Briscoe got a top 10 after being involved, I think, in every incident that there was today. He sped on pit road, he spun in that wreck with Bell, and then he spun in this wreck and still finished, I think, 10th. So good job for him, but what a chaotic race. Anthony Alfredo got a top 10, good for him. I mean, in that small team, good job for him, good job for everyone who was able to finish that race. I mean, pretty good race, and I'll rank it on a scale of 1 to 10. I'll probably say that Talladega race, it wasn't as good as last year's fall race. I'll say that. Last year's fall race had everything from big wrecks to 3-ride racing throughout the entire race, and then had a photo finish at the end. So I'll say that this race was probably like an 8.9 out of 10. I mean, it was a great race, but not good enough for a 9 or 10. So pretty good race, but not the best at Talladega, but I'm definitely excited for what's to come on the super speedways. And just to note that this is the final super speedway race that's being broadcasted on Fox for this season. So obviously that shows, but I just want to put some guys in my power rankings. I definitely had Ryan Blaney high before Texas, after decent run at Richmond, decent finish at Richmond, 4th at Martinsville, and then he may or may not have disappointed me at Talladega. I mean, Blaney's the best at Talladega. He actually disappointed me at Texas, which is one of his best tracks, but he really disappointed at Talladega. He was one of my picks to win, obviously being that he has 3 Talladega wins, one of the best average finishes at Talladega, one of the most laps led. I mean, he's one of the best at Talladega, super speedways in general, but specifically Talladega, and it was just disappointing to see that Ryan couldn't do any better. I mean, he got a top 15. It's just he wasn't up front leading laps. He was busy getting speeding penalties and almost getting involved in big wrecks. And that's not the Ryan Blaney we're used to seeing at super speedways. So I hope he steps it up. So he's down to 10th. Hamlin's 9th. I mean, I had him high after his Richmond win. Then I had him outside of the top 10 for Martinsville. And then he came back in after Texas after running well, even though he wrecked. He was good. But then now a wreck at Talladega. I mean, Denny with the next gen cars just struggled on super speedways. He hasn't finished a lot of super speedways in the next gen car. I mean, I think the old super speedway Denny that could compete for wins every time we come to these tracks is gone. I think he's long gone in the rearview mirror because Denny's just struggled on all these super speedways. Moving on to 8th in my power rankings, I'll definitely put Kyle Larson there. I mean, I had him high after his 4th at Richmond, his 2nd at Martinsville, his pole at Texas. That really was optimistic, and he came back, but obviously with that damage to the diffuser and obviously losing that tire with 2 laps down, I mean, that obviously hurt him. But Larson came back. I think he got a top 15, so obviously that fixed the pain a little bit for him at Texas. But I'll definitely keep him 8th because I was surprised he was up front at Talladega, especially after having that drive-through penalty. But obviously that still was not a good race for him. I think he still got a top 10, but he's 8th. 7th is definitely going to be Brad Keselowski. He's definitely shown up. He was outside of my top 10 after Richmond, after Martinsville. Then he made my top 10 being 9th after Texas. Now he's moved up to 7th after Talladega. I definitely think he'll continue to climb. Not at Dover, though. Dover's never been Brad's best track, but he's definitely improving and showing that he is going to be one to win a race this season. And I also definitely think Brad could make a round of 8 run like Buescher did last season. Now moving on to 6th in the power rankings, I'll definitely have, what's his name? I'll definitely have Kyle Busch there. I mean, he struggled, but a decent run at Texas and a top 15 after that final wreck at Talladega. I'm definitely keeping my eye on Kyle Busch just to see what he can do. Not too much there, but then we're moving on to 5th. 5th in my power rankings is definitely going to be William Byron. He's really kind of digressed these last 2 weeks. After those high weeks of the win at Coda, the decent comeback at Richmond, the win at Martinsville, the 3rd place at Texas. Texas is really where it started. He wasn't that up front. He found his way up front and got a 3rd. Talladega, he finished 2nd there last year in the fall. But this race was way different. He just didn't have pace all race and couldn't find his way up to the front of the field. So tough to see William Byron have a tough day. He moves down from, I think, like the 2nd or 3rd to 5th. 4th is Chase Elliott. I mean, high hopes after his 5th at Richmond, his 3rd at Martinsville, his win at Texas. He was actually 1st in my power rankings after Texas. He moves down, though, to 4th because obviously didn't have a good race. He finished 15th, which he's really got to step it up on the super speedways. He's consistent. He's finished 14th, 15th, and 15th on all the super speedways so far this season. So he's finished in that 13th to 16th range the entire time on super speedways in 2024. So we'll just have to wait and see, but moving on to 3rd in my power rankings, I had to clear my throat, but 3rd in my power rankings, I have, guys, you guys told me something. Wait. I just got a thought. Wait. I forgot to mention this. Um, I forgot to mention this. That um, that Anthony Alfredo was actually leading laps early in the race, but he definitely didn't show up there. But obviously, um, I'll let you guys decide the top three in the power rankings. But I hope you all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you all in the next one. Remember, like, comment, subscribe, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, your week, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.